Common, what was y'all's relationship prior to that
I used
incident?
to love him.
Did you verbally say that to him for him to say, ooh, I'm gonna make my move?
I had the biggest crush on Lonnie. Like, he was one of my favorite MCs back in the day.
The buzz in the streets is loud, and JANIFER Hudson is right at the center. Turns out, Common might not be the man she thought he was. The whispers hit hard. He didn't even wait. Just days after looking close with JANIFER, he was already moving on like it meant nothing. Another woman has been seen slipping into his world, sitting where JANIFER should sit, eating at his table, owning the late nights JANIFER believed were hers. And while she keeps her silence, Common's been running his mouth, shaping the story to his favor before the truth even lands.
You, the marrying type, do you think this one could be the one?
We're going there.
Yeah, I like that in you. I like that.
You're different.
Yeah.
You said it.
I mean,
like I'm a different guy now.
Listen, I feel like I have grown, and the work that I've done on myself has allowed me to see that I am a marrying type.
Some say the drama started the moment she shut him down, when he tried to push further and she said no. That rejection didn't sit well. Others claim it's bigger than that he's flipping the script now, trying to control the narrative as old whispers resurface. Whispers that question everything about him. And if even a piece of it is true, we're not just looking at heartbreak, we're staring at a storm no one expected. So buckle up, because here's where the picture comes into focus. Common's love life isn't ordinary. It's a parade of legends. Serena Williams, Taraji P. Henson, Tiffany Haddish, Erykah Badu, Angela Rye. And yes, the roll call doesn't end there.
Everybody don't need to be in your story. Let them tell it. But he didn't, that was a great relationship.
Tiffany Haddish isn't bothered by the fact that her ex-boyfriend has moved on. The Girls Trip alum breaks her silence on Common's new relationship with JANIFER Hudson.
One thing is certain, his love life has never been hidden. From the outside, it seems impressive, almost like he's had Hollywood's finest at his fingertips. But the reality is far different. None of those romances ever stood the test of time. And that truth fuels the speculation. The talk has always been the same. Common isn't built for forever. Those close to the story whisper that once the spark fades, he disappears. Even Common himself has admitted in interviews that he struggles to keep love alive, confessing that the excitement of the chase often pulls him in more than the idea of something lasting. To fans, that's all the proof they need. He's more in love with the thrill than with forever.
Y'all know Common has never been married, but it seems like he might finally be ready to jump the broom. Well, he went on his girlfriend JANIFER Hudson's show, and she asked him about some of his recent comments on her and marriage.
I think they've already eloped. I remember I called it with Nelly and Ashanti. They's married.
When JANIFER Hudson entered the scene, the gossip caught fire. Many thought maybe she'd be the one to change everything, that with time, therapy, and growth, he had finally evolved. But skeptics pointed to his long history, warning that nothing had truly changed. Now, with the internet picking apart their every move and whispers of tension growing louder, it feels like the past is creeping back. Did JANIFER believe she could rewrite his story? Or did she simply misjudge how deeply his habits run? That's the heart of the speculation. One thing, though, is certain. The odds were never in her favor. And after all the breakups, all the messy headlines, Common tried to take control of the narrative.
And dealing with the pandemic and being around each other and like communicating and knowing how to navigate that, because a lot of relationships that I honestly have been in, I've been on the move, because it's just me and that person we both have professions.
He opened up about how the pandemic forced him to slow down, how constant travel had hurt past relationships. For the first time, he spoke like a man changed. Therapy, he said, had reshaped him. This wasn't about flings anymore. He wanted the world to see he was ready for something real. In one interview, he even hinted that if marriage ever became real, JANIFER Hudson could be the woman by his side. It wasn't a direct proposal, but it was enough to spark whispers. Maybe she had finally done what no one else could, For a while, JANIFER embraced that story. She smiled, she stood with him, and together they looked like a fairy tale. On camera, everything seemed solid, polished, perfect. But then, things shifted. The red carpets grew rare, the warmth turned colder, and the little sparks fans once adored started to disappear.
I'd be the type of person that never really settles with somebody. Maybe he's like he's like a bee going from flower to flower to flower.
The warmth was gone. Their body language told the story. More distance, less connection. And right when fans started to notice, JANIFER Hudson posted something cryptic. A few words, sharp and loaded. The kind of post that sparks endless theories. Was it about love, heartbreak, or something we couldn't see? The question lingers. Did therapy really change him? Or was JANIFER just caught in the same cycle he's been trapped in for years? Because now, it doesn't look like a fairy tale. It feels like the silence before a storm. And the whispers got louder. Streets claimed Common had been out alone, too comfortable with women who weren't JANIFER. No hard proof, but with his past, that's all it takes for fans to believe. And then came talk of him speaking slick behind JANIFER's back, making the picture even more complicated.
Is there any truth to you and JANIFER Hudson?
Well, I'll say, speaking of Chicago, she's a Chicagoan, this amazing human being. I've always been inspired by her. She's one of the most beautiful people I ever met on the planet.
When pressed about JANIFER Hudson, he smiled, calling her an inspiration, one of the most beautiful people he'd ever met. But while the words were warm, the mood around them was cooling. Then came the twist that lit up the gossip mill. Rumors swirled that Common was preparing to propose, ready to seal their love for good. But JANIFER, she wasn't convinced. Friends say she couldn't look past his long list of famous exes. That history, to her, was a red flag she couldn't ignore. And her hesitation wasn't without reason. JANIFER herself had once been engaged to David Otunga for nearly 10 years, only for it to collapse in heartbreak. Those scars still linger. She's admitted before, marriage is not a step she'll ever rush into again.
I always love to leave you on a high note, and I don't do that well with crime, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Nicole said it best. The trauma of my mother's death is not the story of her life.
The story goes that when Common allegedly brought out the big question, JANIFER didn't just say no. She hit a wall that changed everything. Insiders say the glow began to fade, sparking rumors that his eyes were drifting elsewhere. And for JANIFER, that moment tied back to scars she'd carried for years. Before Common, she'd been engaged to David Otunga for almost a decade. It looked strong on the outside, but whispers say it was heavy with control and conflict. That long, bitter ending shaped how she sees marriage now. So when Common came into her life, speaking of therapy and growth, even hinting at marriage, JANIFER wasn't rushing. She was guarded. Because to her, marriage is no simple vow. It's a gamble, one she refuses to lose again. That's why, when he hinted at forever, she pulled back. And that hesitation may have been the crack that changed everything. From there, gossip took a darker turn, with some even questioning if Common's love life is what it seems.
He was, you remember the movie Brown Sugar?
Yes.
That's what he was.
Yes.
I was so proud of him. But I started noticing things.
It all circles back to Jaguar Wright, his outspoken ex. She flat out accused Common of using women for clout, not love, especially black women. She even hinted he might prefer men, insisting no woman had ever praised him in private. Her words lit the match. Then came a story that sent rumors spiraling. At a Hollywood event, a man, white, striking, confident, claimed Common held him in conversation for nearly an hour, then allegedly asked, "So, what are you doing later tonight?" The man insisted the vibe was clear. Whispers tied it to old, unverified claims about Common's past, painting a picture of struggle. But the spotlight also shifted to JANIFER Hudson. Her long engagement to David Otunga ended in public chaos, ugly court battles, cheating rumors with producer Molly Music, and allegations she even used their son against his father. True or not, the fallout left scars, and fans never forgot.
Now we gotta get down to business, Mr. Common. I'm a host, and so I have to ask you this question, because everybody always want to know this. Are you dating anyone?
Yes, and I'm in a relationship that is one of the most beautiful people I ever met in life.
The drama didn't fade quietly. Protection orders, counters, dropped claims, it became a spectacle. And when the dust settled, it left JANIFER scarred, both personally and publicly. So when Common entered, many say he walked into more than he expected. Some believe he even caught glimpses of the same chaos David Otunga once hinted at. If true, then the cracks weren't only about Common's reputation, but JANIFER's past ghosts following her forward. Then came whispers of pride and power. Fans say JANIFER reminded him she was the one on top. Financially, professionally, the prize. Some claim she made him feel small. And for a man like Common, that cut deep. Maybe he didn't fail her. Maybe she was pushing him away without realizing it. Now the picture-perfect couple who once glowed on carpets and shows look colder, distant. Once they laughed and sparkled, now they stand apart. Two stars sharing space, but not the same light.
To one of his alleged ex-girlfriends today.
And what she said?
And she said some things.
What things
did she say?
Oh, she said something about the itsy bitsy spider.
Oh, no!
What waterspouts? What are we talking about?
And then
she said it was common?
Yeah.
People online swear the spark is gone. Smiles look posed, laughter feels empty, and side-by-side pictures spark captions like, "They don't even look like a couple anymore." JANIFER's cryptic quotes about strength and moving on only add fuel. Meanwhile, Common stays quiet. No selfies, no declarations, nothing. Fans see it as the slow fade, a love story dying in plain sight. But then come the whispers of receipts. Alleged texts, stories of late-night company, even talk of hidden clips. Proof? No one knows. Some blame women from the past, others point to insiders, and a few say it's blog hype. But in the digital age, rumors alone shift the narrative. Fans are glued to feeds, screenshotting every move, waiting for the next leak. If one receipt does drop, the fallout could be brutal. JANIFER walking away untouchable while Common's image shatters. One screenshot is all it takes. The question is, will anything ever surface?